In Uvalde, Texas. America's collective heart was focused on a new town and a new tragedy. This time an active shooter had trained his sights on people on the campus of a hospital in Tulsa, Oklahoma, taking 4 lives. That all happened on the same day. More funerals were ongoing in Uvalde after the murder of 19 children and 2 teachers there by a gunman who walked onto campus and right into a classroom. And on the same day, the man who targeted African Americans in a Buffalo, New York supermarket was indicted on more than 24 charges, one of them being domestic terrorism. Those who are part of Cleveland School Remembers, based in Stockton, with me now live as they prepare for an event tonight to remember those lost to gun violence and domestic violence and really call for change. Sue Rothman was a teacher at the Cleveland School when bullets flew there, and Tony McNeil is with Faith in the Valley. Ladies, good morning to you. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Sue, please remind everybody what happened on your school campus back in 1989 in Stockton and what's been going through your mind since 19 children and 2 teachers lost their lives at Robb Elementary in Uvalde.
In January 17th of 1989, more than 33 years ago, a man opened fire at children who were on the playground during their lunch recess. They were children who were in 1st through 3rd grade. He killed 5 of them. He wounded 30 others and a teacher. And the bullets were amazingly strong. 18 of them went through the wall in my room. 11 went through my room into the next room, and 2 exited the front of the school. We teachers were the first responders, obviously, and we had to stop the bleeding of the children.
And what
as far as what I'm thinking now, it's been continual since 1989 with mass shootings and school shootings and everyday community shootings. So it brings back every time all the memories of that day, the parents trying desperately to find their children and seeing the fear on their faces, children calling out for their teachers, the blood everywhere. It's horrendous, and it should not be happening in our country.
Tony, as bad as what happened in Uvalde was, and as much as we still don't understand about that incident, the country was forced to wrap its mind around another shooting with what happened in Tulsa Wednesday night. News of that incident must have hit hard, especially when you're planning this vigil tonight to talk about gun violence.
Yes, it does. And so for us, especially with Faith in the Valley, as a community organizer, we're affiliated with Live Free USA and Faith in Action National. So we've been responding in Buffalo, New York, in support. We've got organizations that are responding in support in Texas, and to the school shooting that took place. And so now with this vigil that we've been planning for the better part of the year, the timing of it is critical. So we've got lots of individuals that are going to be showing up tonight in order to just stand in solidarity and remember what it is that our community also has gone through.
And Tony, with this day of remembrance, what is the takeaway that you want there to be for the community there in Stockton and just the wider community of California?
At this point, that a bullet doesn't have a name on it, it doesn't have a race to it, it doesn't have a face or a culture to it. A bullet can, it's something that can be randomly shot. I'm looking at the fact that you've got tobacco industry that at some point needed to be held accountable for the fact that individuals got cancer from smoking. And so we've got the NRA that needs to at some point be held accountable for the fact that we've got children that are getting all of these weapons and that they're being able to shoot and kill individuals, man, at an epic proportion. At this point, you cannot hold this school simply accountable and the community accountable. We're going to have to do some things on a national level to really make some substantial change in what's taking place here.
And that vigil happening tonight at 6 o'clock at Stockton City Hall. So you've heard the gun control debate that's raged since the school shooting in Uvalde with a very personal stake in the situation. You've seen it rage since 1989. Why do you think, with all this country has done to look at building security and work on flagging mentally unstable people and improving mental health services, why won't we zero in on the guns that are in these scenarios, do you think?
I wish I knew. It makes me very angry. Other countries have had mass shootings. There was the 1996 shooting at Port Arthur in Australia. They had a mandatory national buyback of assault weapons. They went 25 years without another mass shooting. In Dunblane, England, there was a mass shooting at a school. They also banned guns. Their rate of gun violence is less than 1 per 100,000. It is just unbelievable that in our country we're not doing anything. And we must, I guess, take action at the ballot box in order to get other people in there who will vote for common sense gun safety legislation, such as expanding the background checks. That makes no sense not to have that. And as far as mental health, other countries have mental health issues too. They don't have our rate of gun violence. The difference is the extent of gun ownership in our country and lack of gun safety by people who own guns.
Alrighty, ladies, thank you so much for your insight and sharing your perspective this morning. Again, tonight's vigil honoring those who've been victims of gun violence and taking a look at what can happen with new laws regarding gun control starts at 6 o'clock at Stockton City Hall. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having us.